Remember, money follows your commitment, right? It follows your commitment. The reason the people in the back seem pushy is because they're committed.
Yeah, I like to be pushy.
And when you guys are reserved, you don't demonstrate commitment. So when you're sitting in front of people and you're hedging and you're squirmish about your value creation, it's because you're not truly committed. See, you're confused as to your purpose. You're stuck on a $25,000 fee versus the impact somebody that pays you $25,000 is going to get by working with you. Where there's confusion, there's failure. So when you're confused about the impact you can create in somebody else's life, the benefit, feature, benefit, advantage, product, you're busy thinking about the product and price. What you should start with is the benefit. See, the people back there have conviction. That's what you sense. You call it pushy, they call it conviction. You know why? Because they've seen people with businesses that have struggled finally make the choice to get training, finally get the choice to put discipline and accountability in the business, and finally blow the business up and make more money than they've ever made in their life. That creates conviction. When you're confused, you don't have conviction. See, the new people that start in there choke on the price because they're confused, because they don't yet have the conviction. Once they finally get that first taste of conviction, they're pushy to you. But it's confidence. So when someone is clear, concise, precise, and convincing, it's because they have confidence. Where there's a lack of confidence, you have a lack of commitment. Your job is to represent one of the most powerful brands in the world when it comes to people finding conviction. That's your job, is to represent that at the highest level of impact. And if you're confused because of price, then you can't demonstrate your conviction. There are 31 and a half small and mid-sized businesses just in the United States. 31 and a half million small to mid-sized businesses. 25 million of those businesses have a single person working there because they're not committed to building a business. They moved away from something they didn't want, and now they're pretending to be a business owner. They do not have conviction. You've got 5.3 million businesses that have between 2 and 15 employees that are on the bubble every day because they've just got enough overhead they could go out of business, and they're just small enough with only 15 employees they can't make any money. They're desperate to find somebody who's got conviction. But they've made so many bad choices along the way that they don't trust themselves. It's not that they don't trust you. See, when you think about money and what's a lot of money or not a lot of money, it's because you don't have confidence and trust in yourself when you reject spending that money. You spent the money, that's why you're here. Because you have hope, you have desire. What you need to do is find conviction. Every micro market, because there's 600,000, 2% of 31.5 million businesses in the United States. 2% of them have greater than 15 employees. They absolutely need your conviction because they're struggling to get bigger. And they're on the verge of going out of business every day with one bad decision. And that bad decision follows the lack of inspiration because how hard it is and how much pressure they're under. It follows a lack of discipline because they've built their business with everyone just kind of running around and doing whatever they thought they could do to get it to get it done. They have zero to no accountability. Cardone U brings discipline and accountability. Can you imagine identifying the product, feature, advantage, benefit? I got something that could change the world. I can crush it in my market. Everyone's going to want. And I go to my sales team that I've had working with me for 5 years. I'm like, take it to market. And they're like, oh, that's a lot of money. Oh, that's a lot of work. Because no one learned to train. No one learned to be at their best every moment. Nobody would learn to come together as a team. Nobody learned to inspire each other, to reach further, do more, work harder. You've got the biggest opportunity ever right in front of your nose. Because you can go home to any marketplace and you can just, the river of life is always flowing. Robert Anthony, chapter 1. The river of life is always flowing. What you choose to go to the river of life with, a thimble, a cup, a teaspoon, a bucket, a barrel, a fire hose hooked to a generator, whatever you choose to go to the river of life with, that's your choice. It's the only thing God gave us a gift that you can control is how you think. And then what you do. Where you have conviction, you have results. Where you seem pushy, you have confidence. And when other people are uncomfortable with it, it's because they don't have results and they don't have confidence in themselves, not because of what you're doing. So when you absorb their anxiety and allow it to control your activity, you don't have conviction. If you had conviction, you'd say, screw that. They don't know what they don't know. And it's my job to make sure they at least know it's an option. Sounds pushy. It's conviction. See, if your job is to allow business owners not to drown in the pain of losing their business or having it devastate their life or creating pressure or fear or resistance or friction and anxiety and living in that state, if your job is to go alleviate that for somebody because you know you can, should they trust themselves enough to trust you, when you show them something they know they're not doing. See, you all think feature, benefit, advantage, your product. You all think you need to go in and this is what we do, this is what we do, this is what we do. Not so. All of you can go home to the river of life next week, and all you need to do, because your river of life is your community, all you need to do is just drive your car to the busiest corner in town, park it, get yourself a Starbucks, bring one of those little chairs you get that you go to the park in, sit your ass down on the corner of the sidewalk, and just stop thinking and start watching. What are you going to see? You're going to see so much activity swarming around you. That is your river of life. Now, all you need to do is be smart enough not to pitch your product, but to ask the right questions. Because I guarantee you, every car that you see pass, somebody's got a concern in their mind. They got a problem in their life. They got an issue that they're trying to figure out how to deal with. And they don't know how to do it. And all you have to do is sit down and explain to them, hey, first question. If there's anything between you right now and that opportunity that you desperately want to have in your business, if there's anything between where you're at right now and that opportunity, what would you say it is? What would you say it is? You know what they're going to say? I don't have enough customers. I don't know how enough people here that know how to sell to the customers I have. I can't generate enough money. And I don't have good help so I can have a life. You haven't explained anything here. So you want to go into your pitch, and it makes you uncomfortable, and it makes it sound pushy. But you just got to ask the next question. If there was a resource in your community that you didn't know about, that could help in all four of those areas in your business. You didn't even know about it, but it was sitting right here in front of you. If that resource was there, would you at least want to know it's there to help you? What would anybody say?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Great. When do you have 15, 20 minutes for a cup of coffee? I can show you how to take care of those four things. Follow-up question. Has anybody ever sat down and shown you how to take care of those four things? Yes or no? What do you think they're going to say?
No.
No, good. If I can show you that, would you come with an open mind and open ears? Because I know how hard it is doing what you're doing right now. But I can promise you, I can show you something that can change that. Are you curious? Should you be curious? Because I'm willing and I'm able. Are you? If that's all you did, all day long, how many clients would you get? And then let me ask a follow-up question. Hey, if I fix these things after spending 20 minutes with you, if I fix these things on a scale of 1 to 10, 1, no impact, 10, how would you rank your life if I took care of these things for you? And you didn't have to deal with this. Scale of 1 to 10. Oh, it'd be a 10. Yeah. And how much money would you be willing to invest in that to have the life you want? Because I have to know what my opportunity is. Because if there's not enough money, if you're not thinking big enough, if you're not dreaming big enough, there won't be enough money for me to come help you. In fact, let me ask you a question. If you were to hire a single employee to come to work with you that could solve this problem, how much do you think you'd have to pay him? What do you think the answer is?
50, 60 grand.
50, 60? For a new person, an entry-level person. What about an executive-level person who's actually has all the experience, has done it before?
Yeah, 100.
150,000? What about a partner that's done it all bigger? How much would you pay them? Half your business?
Yeah.
So for me, if I came in on a part-time basis, see, I only work with a handful of clients. But if I came in on a part-time basis, you wouldn't have to give half your business away. You wouldn't even have to pay 150,000. But on a part-time basis, if I came in and took care of these things for you, you pay me 50,000 a year. I'll do your morning meetings. I'll run your sales training. I'll work with your marketing strategies. I'll develop your team. I'll even interview some team members and help put them in here if you need to put new ones in here. If I did that for you, how much would you have your life back? See, I would say I don't got the price. Price is only an issue in the absence of value. The reason you struggle justifying price is you haven't yet created your own value proposition. For me, my value proposition is if you trust me, you work with me, and you allow yourself to be developed, I'll change your life. True? Right, Tom?
Yep.
Am I embarrassed? Am I scared? Am I hesitating? Do I come across pushy?
No.
I come across as the most direct person you'll ever meet. Because I expect for the amount of money people pay me, that's what they want. That's my value proposition. True or false? Anybody that's worked with me?
Absolutely.
Straight as an arrow, straight as can be. What you have to do is you have to find that conviction, because when you hesitate, because money is important to you. See, money is not important to me. I'll make whatever I need. What's important to me is impact. Because if I don't do that, I won't make any money. Those guys back there, see, after you've had a bunch of clients calling you over the years saying, you changed my life, you have conviction. You guys need to worry less about money and how to sell yourself, and you need to worry more about finding conviction. Money follows commitment. Real money follows problem solvers. You're not selling a program. You're solving other people's pain points by making yourself available to them. And it's a gift to them and it's a gift to you. So you got to find that conviction. And what we love about the licensees is we're able to help you guys find that conviction. We're able to give you the tools and the resources to go back to your micro market. Be an example to people that need that. Bring life back into the entrepreneur's ability to have life. Solve problems that they don't even know how to solve. See, you've got some interesting data. Remember the 31.5 million small to mid-sized businesses? Here's an interesting data point. 2/3 of those businesses cyclically go out of business every 5 years. Please, I'm a Cardone licensee. Please don't be another statistic. Let me help you. I've been trained by the best in the world. I can help you find, develop, retain key people to help you carry this burden with you so that you can take advantage of the opportunity that you started this business with in the first place. Can I help you? Would you let me help you? I've been trained by the best in the world to do this. Has anybody ever offered that's been trained by the best in the world to do this to help you before? Have you ever accepted that help? Well, it's a lot of money. Is it a lot more money than the sleepless nights? Is it a lot more money than the stress you carry at home with your family? Is it a lot more money than all the missed opportunity? See, the quality of your questions will always determine the quality of your results. When you're not asking questions and you're talking, you're making yourself and everyone around you uncomfortable. And then you feel you have to justify. So our job is to help you find your confidence. And then when people who are closed-minded or closed off or so depressed or so disengaged or so distracted that they say you're pushy for trying to help them, you recognize why they're in trouble in the first place. And you don't own that. They do. Equally, you don't need to be slowed down by it, because if you just go sit your chair down and your ass in that corner, you realize there's thousands and thousands and thousands of cars going by you all day long. And if you just stood up out of the chair and threw it back in, and you decided to walk a half mile, you'll pass by hundreds of independent businesses in those micro markets. Just begging for someone to have the courage to do something that they can't train their team to do. So when you walk in and they say, oh, look, we don't take solicitation. I'm not soliciting, I'm just stopping by to ask you 3 questions. Is your business as big as you want it to be? Are you living the life through your business that you expected to have? And do you have the ability to get the most out of people to help you blow this thing up so you don't have to do everything yourself? Just have those 3 questions. Maybe now's not a good time, but I'm going to leave you my card and follow up with you in a couple days. I'd love for you to think about those questions. Fair enough?
Fair enough.
Great. I'm going to walk over to Starbucks and get another coffee. You see, if you make yourself available, the market makes it available to you. So find your conviction. Everything gets easy after that. But you have to master. The whole point of this is model, mimicking, and mastering. Grant has so specifically laid out the model piece so you can mimic it. And he's even gotten deeper into how to master it. And that's what I love about this group, and those of you that are online and not here, is that you're involved. You're learning, you're developing, you're paying forward this remarkable opportunity you're investing in so that you can go change lives. Now the question I have for you, the only question I have for you, and then I'll open it up for questions, is on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being extremely low, 10 off the charts, how would you rank your conviction to creating your own impact and for those that trust you? You answer that, you'll dominate. Any questions?
Wow.